Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD, and once again I'm back with game number 2 between Combat X and his opponent Google in the... oh man, I forgot the name of this tournament already. Let me pull it up. Don't go anywhere, guys. It is called the StimulusGaming.com tournament. There we go. So, yeah, this is going to be another game from that series. It's actually following up the last game where Combat X did the good old proxy 2-gate on Terminus, and it ended up working out pretty well. I'm really impressed that how easily that seemed to go for Combat X. It didn't really seem like he was trying too hard. Wow, his APM is fast. Jeebus. 225 APM compared to his opponent, which only has about 47. Kind of tells the name of the story, but I've seen Google play, at least in the last game, and he's not bad. I mean, he's obviously at a very high level as well. So, hopefully we'll see a better game this time around. Now, I've also been doing these kind of casual games because, you know, obviously I want to get a good variety, as I said before. I want to show the dark side of StarCraft 2 as well. And I also wanted to make a couple announcements, and I figured these games would give me some time to do that. As you guys all know, I am working very closely with IGN right now. Basically, I work there every day, working with the IPL and everything. You guys should check it out if you ever get a chance. Pain User and I are usually casting quite a few games together. On top of that, I also wanted to make the announcement that I have started streaming again. If you guys have been following me on Facebook, I have about 30,000, maybe close to 40,000 followers, I think, on Facebook. I'm hoping to get that up a little higher, but I have started streaming again on Twitch TV. I just started, and I used to stream a lot, as a lot of you guys used to know if you guys used to follow me. Basically, I've been streaming. It's been very chill and casual. I'm answering the questions from the guys who come into stream, and I think it's a fun experience. I want to, you know, be able to answer your questions. I want to be able to interact with you guys, the fans. So if you guys want to, you know, follow me on stream, it's twitch.tv/HDStarcraft. It's really easy to find. And if you guys want to be able to know when I'm streaming, you guys can, of course, see it featured on TL, or you guys can see it on Facebook. I'll always post it on my Facebook and Twitter when I start streaming. So, yeah, what's up, Combat X? The BM begins. Yeah, so if you guys want to follow me on streaming or anything like that, and you guys want to interact with me, I know there's a lot of people who just want to say, hey, what's up? And a lot of times I will respond. You know, I answer questions all the time from the community. Yeah, please do follow me on Twitch TV, also known as Justin TV. I think I'll be streaming tonight as well. In fact, I've been streaming almost every night, so if you guys get a chance, check it out. Anyways, that's the only announcement I really wanted to make, I think. There's nothing else that really comes to mind. So let's go ahead and get back right to this game at hand. Combat X coming in here. What a thug probe. Just stole the 5 minerals, and he's going to get out of there. And he's going to make his way across the middle of Shattered, only to meet up with Google's probe as well. PvP, always a game that revolves a lot around early aggression, and you know, most mirror matchups are very volatile. The least volatile of which I would say is Terran versus Terran. That's probably the matchup that is the most stabilized, simply because there's so many different units that can be used, and it can approach the late game without either player, you know, losing a bunch of units here or there. But that being said, Terran versus Terran can still be somewhat volatile. I mean, think about it. If you lose a big Hellion battle, you know, Hellions can demolish each other almost instantly. Siege tanks can demolish Marines and Marauders. Maybe not Marauders as easily, but they can wipe out packs of Marines and Hellions very easily as well. So, you know, Terran versus Terran is still very volatile, but not as quite as volatile as Zerg versus Zerg or PvP. Yeah, so this is the PvP, and it looks like, you know, Combat X once again being very aggressive, coming in here with the 3 Stalkers. Nice micro once again, and it's just gonna outplay Google here, I've got a feel. However, Google has warped in a couple more Stalkers, and he has that Zealot at the front line, so he is gonna be able to push Combat X away, but both players trading a little bit there, each player taking a Stalker hit. You know, this game, I feel like Google's doing much better. 4-gate right into the robotics facility. As far as Combat X goes, he's got Twilight Council coming down, so I would normally say Blink Stalkers, guys, but knowing good old Combat X, it could be anything. It could be a straight tech into Dark Templar, and I recall seeing him make some pretty nasty DT play when he played against Deezer as well. So we'll see what he decides to do. He's got 4 Stalkers right now. His Twilight Council is just moments away from finishing. And as soon as that warps in, we are going to find out exactly what he plans to do. Is it going to be Blink? It is going to be Blink. Oh, wow. He's actually going to play a normal game of Protoss versus Protoss. My hat's off to you, Sir Combat X. You are truly a hero amongst men. So the Cheese King himself has decided not to cheese this game. He is going to be going for Blink Stalkers, whereas his opponent Google is going to be going for a much more traditional, in fact, the most traditional of all, Colossus. And everyone knows Colossus is pretty much the staple unit in every matchup for Protoss. So, especially in PvP, Colossus is just so important. It does the most damage, it has the most range, it can wipe out packs of Zealots and Stalkers very easily, and I can't help but feel that Combat X is going to have a timing window here to attack before the Colossus come out, and right when his blink finishes. As you guys can see, his blink's about to finish. It's only 15 seconds away, so he is going to hit this timing window, and he's going to be expanding right behind it. What a ninja expand all the way up to the 12 o'clock as well. Oh man, that's really, really sneaky, and I don't think Google's gonna ever see that. Despite how powerful Google's ability to search is, it's just not quite that good. He should change his name to like Ash Jeeves or something. Just kidding, Ash Jeeves was cool as a kid, I loved it. Well, Combat X is gonna come up here and he's gonna try to do a little bit of damage. No, he's just gonna poke the ramp for a little bit, but he's not going to engage in, there's a lot of Zealots up there, and Zealots are better than Stalkers when they go head to head. They're actually much more sturdy and powerful and manly. Stalkers are kind of wimpy little, not real flimsy little units. They're not able to do anything, especially not against a Zealot. That's why they have the blink. They have like the Zealots have ability to charge. They go headlong into battle. They're the brave units. The Stalkers are the ones that have blinks. They blink away, and they're like flimsy little units that can't even hold their own. So but Combat X is sticking to the Stalkers, and he's got quite a few out. However, the Colossus is now out for Google, and I think this is going to put an end to these shenanigans. I'm pretty sure Combat X is not going to commit into a blink right into this Colossus, simply because there's so many Zealots around the Colossus protecting it. And what Google wants to do is be very careful. He needs to leave his Zealots next to that Colossus, otherwise these Combat X can get an aggressive blink and he can snipe that Colossus out, and if it goes down, that could be game. And Google needs to be careful with the Zealots as well. They're as manly as they are, as much testosterone as they have pumping through those side blades and through their whatever regions they have, they're not indestructible. Actually, I take that back. When they die, they become a Dragoon, and then a Dragoon becomes an Immortal. And then, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how many times Protoss units can resurrect. Anyways, it looks like we may have a base race going on here. However, in this kind of situation, I feel like maybe Combat X is going to come out ahead simply because, well, Google doesn't have a second base, and Combat X does, and Combat X is now rebuilding all of his gateways as well. So Cybernetics Corp, really smart play right here. And wow, I don't know if this is going to go too well for Google at all. Combat X is in here doing a lot of damage to the main of Google. Google has taken significant losses. Let's take off the nameplates for a second and pull up the workers kill tab. Wow, Combat X has killed off 6 workers already, but what really matters is the structure, everything going unpowered right here, and Google going right into the main of Combat X and doing as much damage as well. But wow, Google is going to be going for a Nexus right at the natural of Combat X. That is kind of surprising. But he only has 1 probe alive, as you guys can see, so while both these players are going to trade, I feel like Combat X is going to come out ahead because he's going to have production, he's going to have more probes, and I'm not sure how Google is going to come out of this winning. He obviously cannot sit idly by. Is going to have to go hunt for this expansion right away, or try to trade with the Protoss player immediately. And oh, Combat X calling the GG, bro, you lose. And Google right now is thinking, no, I'm not. I have a Nexus still. You lose, buddy. But unfortunately, little does he know, oh, the search engine is working at full power right now, and it's not gonna see it's not gonna like what it finds, and it's gonna see the Nexus. Oh no. Oh, that sucks so bad. And Combat X now is even continuing the crap talk. Good old good manners from Combat X. Never cease to amaze me. But yeah, Google now realizes there is a situation over here at the 12 o'clock, and he's going to have to quickly scramble his forces. I guess he can try to trade right now, but I don't know about that. Got to be very careful. Combat X getting a very aggressive blink in there, killing off several stalkers, in fact. And Combat X doing a decent job of keeping his forces alive. And in fact, what Combat X can do here is he can continue to snipe the Zealots and possibly the Colossus. Yeah, he can continue to just move away with his agility and snipe away at the Zealots and take pot shots at these units. And oh no, Google finding himself between two armies, and the Colossus goes down and Google leaves the game. Google leaves the game. Beautiful game by Combat X. And of course, with a touch of good old GM from Combat X. Can't ever get enough of that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. That was a pretty quick series. However, there is another set of games with Combat X playing another player in the same tournament, the Stimulus Gaming Tournament. So don't go anywhere, guys. We're going to have another set of games coming up right after this with the good old fan favorite Combat X.